Welcome back. Well, I had a lovely meditation, but YouTube decided to make my ash midstream. So here we are, back at it again. Give me a second to reorient myself and see if we can't do better this time. Isn't that the common mantra of the new progressive? Nice. Nice. Yeah, YouTube's gonna mess with me and my situation is gonna mess with me. All the stars are aligning against me. So what do you do when that happens? You just keep fighting. Don't worry about that. Just keep on keeping on. Let's see if we can't. So I was saying the new modern progressive mantra is do better. So maybe we can do better, maybe not. Yo, Mr. Monday, come home and be a hemp farmer. Yeah, that's kind of been my dream since I moved over here, was to return in my retirement and farm hemp in the Tennessee River Valley. And I think part of the legalization of cannabis in the US was due to my magic, because I didn't want to go home and do it illegally. I wanted to go home and do it legally. So with the zeitgeist, I would, in my journal, push my magical intent to make it 100% legal nationwide in the US. And it hasn't reached that yet, but it's getting close. And as we arrive at that destination, that will signal my return to the USA. Because I do have farmland and I'm going to be a beekeeper and raise cannabis. And then the bees will help me in the garden. So I'll have cannabis infused honey will be one of my main products, along with other elixirs and tinctures and other CBD based products. So yeah, that's my goal. I always say that too about the Canadian weed, although decriminalized would be much better. Yeah, that's a fact. Um, well, the key is just Thomas Jefferson said it best: little government with little interference from the government is good, it's better, and no government is best. So when man is ready, he says we'll arrive at a destination of no government. Nice. Yeah, I could hire you, Karen, to we could make edibles, CBD infused edibles. Yeah, obviously there's a whole process to go through. My older brother had already started the process and became a personal farmer for himself and was yielding um, several ounces per 90-day rotation or whatever. So he was doing pretty good. He would do one or two plants in the amount of space he had, but he was doing indoor hydroponic growing, and he was just doing it for personal consumption. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. I want the whole operation to be oriented around hemp. So the buildings will be built with hempcrete, which is a concrete made from hemp fibers, and then maybe even get into the manufacturing of the vehicles and the oils. Not me myself, but I just want to maintain one aspect of it, which is niche gardening for just a few niche products. Um, Not with the intention of like mass production, but just like quality over quantity. Really, I just want to have a retire in the garden and have something to do, besides practicing my kung fu and my flute and my calligraphy. So gardening has always been something I've enjoyed, and since I was a boy, I've always thought that the that Mary Jane is one of the most, if not the most beautiful flowering plant on the planet. And from what they say, it's actually the oldest too. All right. So my whole transmission that I was just doing, I just did like a live stream I was getting into, and I had already gone about 20 minutes. And I was reading this article from Llewellyn.com, and I did a guided meditation with some incense burning and incantation on the first half of that live stream, and then YouTube uh, bumped my app and made it crash and reboot, which they can do whenever they want. So they keep an eye on what's going on, and like they'll do it with Facebook, and it's when they're running updates and they need to reset it and like maybe gather the data from it. So it used to be, you guys probably remember, you all have cell phones, so you're familiar with this. It used to be that they would ask you if you wanted to update, and you had the option to opt out of automatic updates, but they've stopped doing that. Instead, now they just do it automatically without asking you. So that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Just roll with the punches, right? Give them a yo. Oh, I got a yo for Susan. All right. So welcome to the chat, guys. I was reading. I'll reiterate. So it's an article by Carmen Turner Scott. She's a. It says she's a psychotherapist and astrologer, social worker, practicing clinical social worker, psychotherapist, and astrologer. She's out of St. Louis, Missouri, and she works with sexual assault prevention and response program counseling. So you can find this article at www.llewellyn. Llewellyn is spelled LLEWELLYN.com, and it's /journal /article /3012. So if you want to read along, you can visit there. She said that astrology is a powerful self awareness tool that can help us understand our strengths and our weaknesses. When we embrace our personality traits, we can use them to heal many areas of our lives. We started off with the fire signs, which are the plasma based. So you may know that there are four Kabbalistic elements, and they represent the solid, the gas, uh, the liquid, and the plasma. And then the fifth one, spirit, is the aether. So it's the one that binds them all together. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We begin our journey in Aries. Arians are impulsive, passionate, and driven. Being the first sign of the zodiac makes them focused on getting their own needs met first. Arians heal by acting on their gut instincts and being physically active. They like doing things on their own because they are self reliant. When Arians are struggling, many people close to them would never even know. They heal by opening up and allowing themselves to be vulnerable with those they trust. Overcoming the tendency to do everything on their own and controlling self centered behaviors helps them heal. Other people can be supportive and provide a listening ear, give wise advice, and help encourage Aries. Focusing more on others, accepting support, and developing stronger relationships helps Aries heal faster than if they charged ahead on their own. So if there are any Arians out there, then that is the guidance and advice for the sign of Aries. Let's check the ideas room real quick. Mass shooting today in Buffalo. I am a Leo. I will never make it to Pisces. I'm so tired. Okay. Good night, Mary. Maybe I can keep my voice nice and mellow and help lull you into dreamland. Leos, this one's for you, Callie Karen. Leos are social, affectionate, and charming. They crave attention and need other people in their lives. Leos heal by accepting their gifts without a need for praise from the outside world. Being recognized is nice, but Leos benefit by allowing those around them to be recognized for their creativity, achievements, and abilities as well. They do not have to always be in the limelight. When Leos learn they can shine on their own without the need for acceptance from others, they will heal. Leos need to feel loved, enjoy romance more than any other sign. Leos have the heart of a child and like excitement, passion, and fun in relationships, but struggle with commitment. When Leos put effort into maintaining relationships after the excitement, romance, and emotional highs wear off, They will heal difficulties experienced with maintaining friendships and intimate partnerships. Yeah, that's interesting. I personally have a Leo in my life. My father was a Leo as well, but my wife is a Leo. And maybe I wanted more of that Leo energy because I didn't get to spend enough time around my father. He was a busy, busy businessman. And my wife is definitely a Leo. It says that Leos need to feel loved and enjoy romance more than any other sign. That's definitely true, man. She's a very romantic individual. Wow, Mary Moon, we have so much in common that it's just uncanny. Definitely uncanny. I mean, we've got a ton of astrological alignments similar, and then we have all these other coincidences that are similar for us. Astrology's from the devil. Well, then, welcome to the devil's chat room because I'm definitely into it. Always have been. I mean, I started endeavoring to research astrology like as a teenager, but it's such a large field that I never got very far. Sagittarius is up next. Sagittarians are one of the most optimistic signs. They have a natural ability to encourage others to see the silver lining in the worst situations. But when it comes to their own lives, they heal by being outdoors, traveling, and having the freedom to do what they want. Physical activity, mental movement, and adventure are healing for Sagittarians. They are typically happy, upbeat, and positive, but sometimes they can be impacted by challenging life situations. When this happens, they overcome and heal by experiencing gratitude and appreciating the blessings in their life. They overcome negative feelings and heal faster than most signs. So that wraps it up for our fire signs. We have uh, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in the area of plasma. So in the tarot, the correspondence with the fire element is the card's wands because it shows that pushing up of inner growth energy, that the way the plasma mixes with the material element and pushes towards the sun. And then the fire happens by spontaneous combustion of those elements. So fire is within wood in the staff, and that's the representation in the tarot. It represents the physical passion of life, the enthusiasm, the vim, the vigor, the spirit, not the emotions, that's water. It's the spiritual element of the living being. In the Tetragrammaton, it is the first of the four-lettered name of God. So you have Yud, He, Val, He, and the fire is at the top. It's the Yud. So when you're writing the name of the four-letter name of God downward, the Tetragrammaton, the Yud is here. It's the fire of the mind, represents the conscious energy. All right. So air signs. Now, air is the vowel. It's from the heart center, from Daath down to the base of the spine and squeeze. So the air signs are the gaseous elements. We have Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. All air signs handle emotional difficulties by analyzing things and mentally picking apart their emotions. They are excellent at communicating and giving others advice, but find it challenging to get in touch with their own inner feelings. Air signs are intellectual and are often naturally detached from their emotions. They are more comfortable with facts, knowledge, and ideas. Um, I think it's always good to have an air sign in your life. I typically don't get along with Gemini, and Mary Moon could point out the reasons as to why that is. But I've done well with Libra and Aquariuses. Aquarius and Libra, they'll tolerate me, but they don't really sync up with my emotional nature that much. But they do help me. I have been helped by both Libra and Aquarius. Libras are natural peacemakers and dislike conflict. Healing comes for Libras when they learn to put themselves first instead of catering to the needs of others. Addressing conflict head on and not hiding unpleasant feelings from those they care about helps them on their healing journey. Naturally diplomatic, Librans always see both sides of an issue. They become confused and find it hard to make decisions, especially without the input of others. Librans heal when they become more balanced mentally, emotionally, and physically. Achieving greater equilibrium helps them feel more grounded and enables them to make better decisions. Relationships help Librans heal because they value partnership and compassion. Librans heal when they begin to rely on themselves and realize they can do things on their own without a partner to guide them. Yeah. So in the past, I've only had one Libran in my life. She's an older sister, and she's a classic Libran. Really a great help, but she'll let you take advantage of her to the end of the earth. But she does have that trouble with putting herself first. She's always working for the service of humanity. Now on to Aquarians. Aquarians are humanitarians, intelligent and non-traditional. They enjoy challenging the rules and expectations of society. Shocking others and being unique and different can help them heal. Free-spirited, they dislike feeling tied down to others' expectations and traditions. Aquarians heal when they can connect to deeper feelings. Thoughts come easily for them, but not all problems can be solved with the mind. Overcoming detachment will help them heal relationships and show others they are not cold, unemotional, or aloof. Serving a higher purpose, developing friendships, and being a part of groups helps Aquarians heal. All right. Yeah. So I've had an Aquarian in my life as well, and that's very classic of the Aquarian. And I recognize that Aquarians seem to be like the highest level of genius in the zodiac. So if you ever need a problem figured out, an Aquarian is the person to go to. Now here's Gemini, the last of three air signs. I've always had trouble with Geminis. Geminis can heal when they can learn to slow down and stabilize their restless energy, taking a deep breath. Sitting still and quieting their minds creates an environment where they can get in touch with their inner feelings. They get distracted by the chatter of their mind and racing thoughts. Mentally, there is no other sign that can keep up with Gemini's stamina. Highly intelligent, they are natural communicators, but find it difficult to talk about deeper subjects. Geminis heal by overcoming boredom and controlling the need to change direction without warning. Other people in their lives can become frustrated and feel that Geminis are unreliable. Healing relationships helps them feel less lonely. Social at heart, they need a variety of people around and dislike being alone. Finding stability and allowing themselves to express unpleasant emotions with trusted friends encourages healing. All right, so in the future, I guess when I'm dealing with Gemini, I need to take these things into consideration and be more consoling because they're they're the most genius of the zodiac, but I've always found that this trying to keep lots of other people around yourself, it seems codependent and needy to me. Um, and the fact that they're unreliable, uh, flaky, flighty people have always kind of bothered me. I like stability in relationships, but the Gemini definitely seems two-faced. Like when they're getting what they want out of you, they'll give you that nice, friendly face. But then as soon as you're out of the room, they're stabbing you in the back, or at least it seems like it. So next up are the earth signs and the water signs, the two downward pointing triangles. So let's have a quick look at the ideas room and see if everyone out there is having fun in Happy Land. Mary Moon says Sagittarius is mutable and easy led into scams. I really enjoy seeing others bloom into their gifts. Mary says she'll listen, but it's bedtime. Twins of Gemini and I. And Callie Karen says If someone's born early, do they have the sign they were born in or the sign of the 40 weeks gestation? Huh, that's an interesting. I believe that at the time of your birth, that's the key event that sets your alignment. Um, the psyche and the soul imprint the alignment of the stars at the time of your birth. If I remember that correctly, I've consulted several astrologers on that very self same question, Karen, and that was the response I got. And from my own researches, it's the formation of the stars at the time of your birth. Wow, this is really frustrating that my little stand doesn't work. That's okay. Let's get yo yo yo. If you can hear me out in Happy Land, give me a yo. YouTube is playing games with me once again. Yo yo yo. Can you hear me out in Happy Land? So we're at the halfway point, and YouTube is trying to reboot my. Yeah, there it goes. YouTube is trying to reboot my transmission.